Hello! This is Janey and Max from Sort of the Story, and we're here to tell you about some things that are happening between episodes 63 to 75.
During these episodes, there are interspersed audio break-ins of a person's voice along with the sound of static. You'll also notice in the show notes for these episodes, there is sort of a puzzle. This is part of a longer puzzle that we did leading up to episode 76, so this is all supposed to be there. Nothing to worry about, just a fun game.
Yeah, and we hope you have a lot of fun with it, and we hope you enjoy listening to these next couple of episodes. All right, enjoy this one. It's a good one, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we say some really stupid shit in this. You're going to love it. All right,
Bye!
Hello, and welcome
To Sort of the Story.
Episode 70. I'm Janey.
And I'm Max, and we did not practice that.
We never do, and yet I think it's the same every time at this point. We're
Yep.
still impressed with ourselves. This is the podcast where we tell each other stories, like fairy tales and folktales and mythology, and it's not for kids.
There's swears and also gross stuff sometimes.
Lots of gross stuff and some swears.
And we talk about butts a lot.
Yeah, and also you are here for that. You have willingly opened this app and pressed play on this.
You are an accessory to the crimes that we are committing with our words.
And we will be calling you to court as witnesses. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, no kids allowed. If you're one of my kids that I teach, get out of here. Get out of here. Go away. Do you think that did it?
I think you got him, yeah.
It does it at school sometimes.
Huh?
Sometimes that works at school. If they come into my class and they're like, can I have a piece of candy? I just go, no, get out of here. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't sound like, I wouldn't get out of here.
It's funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. One of these days I'll have any sort of authority. Maybe
remains to be seen.
Maybe when my older kids finally leave this school and then all of the little ones who've known me since they were very little, maybe they'll appreciate me and respect me.
One can hope, I suppose.
I don't know why they would later. They don't now, but
no. If that's what keeps you going, then you can believe that.
Yeah. I'm an elementary school art teacher, in case you were wondering.
Yes.
Max.
Janey.
Episode 70.
Wow.
Thoughts?
Well, it's one more than 69.
Should I? That's true. And what else? What do we have to live for now?
Episode 420.
It's so far away. I'm never gonna make it. I am thinking this is stupid and it just popped into my head. But what if I changed our logo to have 1970s autumnal colors instead of the pink? 1970s.
Ooh.
And the 80s is all neon. And the 90s is like grunge. And then the 2000s are our little pictures just have crazy hip bones and whale tails.
And there's a Lisa Frank unicorn instead of the snake in the picture.
Oh, Lisa Frank snake. Lisa snake.
Lisa snake.
Yeah, Lisa skink.
You ever think about Emily Spinach?
Yeah.
I do too.
I don't think about Emily Spinach. I think about Alice Roosevelt.
I think about Emily Spinach. Okay. Alice Roosevelt's pet snake.
So, go in the Discord. Let's start a poll. Are you more of an Emily Spinach or an Alice Roosevelt?
I think about Emily Spinach once a week, maybe more.
Nice.
Yeah.
By the way, join our Discord.
Yeah, join our Discord.
Hang out with us
and see our social channels.
Go see them. They're so good. You can go, guys, follow us on Instagram. We have over 300 followers now. This is weird. I consider the Instagram more of a gauge on how we're doing than I do our listening stats. Because again, we have consistently 1,200 downloads a week, right? Pretty small, but not super small. I think we're a pretty good sized little indie podcast.
Yeah.
Right? Aw, indie podcast.
Aw. Little babies.
Little indie darlings, me and Max. But
I'm America's sweetheart.
Yeah, and I'm America's problem.
You are God's mistake.
You are welcome! No.
Oh, God. We have to make matching t-shirts that say,
I'm America's sweetheart.
Or I'm with America's sweetheart and I'm with God's mistake. Great.
In the Discord, go ahead and start a poll. Are you America's sweetheart, or are you God's mistake? Are you what America wants, or are you what America deserves? Sound off in the chat.
Yeah.
I want shirts that say, I'm what America wants, and then somebody else has one that says, I'm what America deserves.
Good.
I haven't made merch in a while.
No.
We have a long list of merch that needs to be made. That might go top of the list.
Second on the list below Dr. Boobs.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyways, that's on our TeePublic, the merch that we have, and that's on our website also. So you can find all of our links at sortofthestory.com.
Yeah,
just
and also in the little contact form.
Yeah, and also our wonderful listener who was the 300th person to follow us on Instagram, I shared with them and them only, and no one else can see it, and how dare you look at it, my favorite banana bread recipe. So, there's prizes, I guess.
There's prizes, if you can prove. It wasn't our 300th listeners, our 300th Instagram follower.
Instagram.
Shut up. You know what, Max? Episode 70. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's rock and roll, baby.
You are going first. Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, now? Is it happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to point to you with flair. I feel like that wasn't appreciated.
No, it was really confusing. So the story that I have for you today is called The Mosquito. And this story is from one of the books that I purchased secondhand on A-Books when I bought 1,000,000 books for like $100. This is from a book called Gypsy Folktales by Diane Tong. And I can't talk about this book without talking about the phrase gypsy.
Yes,
I included some informational articles in the description for this episode of why the word gypsy is considered a slur and shouldn't be used. In most cases, when people are referring to quote-unquote gypsies, they're referring to the Roma peoples, although there are exceptions, things like the Irish travelers, who are not associated with the Roma peoples. The Roma peoples are a group who, ethnographically originated in Persia down through, Pakistan and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there are lots of nomadic peoples. A lot of times when people say gypsies, they mean the Roma. And so in general, if you're not sure which term to use, Roma is fair, but also there are groups that are exceptions. So just, look it up before you say things. But gypsy is considered a slur, and it's a derogatory term that is indicative of a history of exploitation and violence.
Yeah.
So,
and also they associating gypsy with thieves and rapists and stuff, which is just not a good thing. That being said, the reason why there are so many books, like Diane Tong, I don't know when she wrote this, but it wasn't maybe not widely considered a slur until recently.
Yes.
And so the transition out of that, there are so many folklore books and folktale books referencing gypsies as just the group. It's kind of like Eskimo, it's the idea of it wasn't a slur until people knew it was a slur, and that's a very slow transition. I did not consider that a slur until very recently,
Yeah, so we have an opportunity on here to maybe 1,200 people find out today that this is a word that you shouldn't use.
At least 300 people we know for sure.
So, there are some articles about why in the description for this episode. I could talk about it, but I'm not in a position where I feel I'm the person to speak on it. So just so you're aware.
That was great. I think that was a great, succinct message.
Thanks.
And now people know.
Yeah. And now you know.
And now tell me a gypsy folktale.
But as you said, this wasn't considered a slur then. And in a lot of cases, it's people in these stories who are themselves Roma call themselves gypsies in this story. So just be aware that it's not the correct term, but I'm not going to amend the way that this is written.
I will also say I feel the same way just personally about the word Indian when referring to Native people, is that my family uses the word Indian, but my family is Native.
Yeah.
And it's something that you can... I don't,
I'm never going to tell someone that they can't call themselves.
Yeah. And I feel like there are a lot of people of Roma descent, but specifically other groups of people who have historically been called gypsies that aren't Roma. Yes. Like what is that TLC show, American Gypsy or something like that?
Yes. My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding or something like that.
Yeah. And that's an ethnic group of people who call themselves gypsies and are like, no, we're fine with this. But that's not every group of people. Yeah. And also, like you said, gypsy spans a wide description of ethnic groups.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And also it's been used for a long time to kind of describe just any nomadic group, the idea of boho, bohemian,
and don't trust travelers.
Yeah, exactly. Where terms like gypped comes from gypsies, where it's like, oh, someone cheated me or something like that. It actually, I found out, comes from
Egypt, right?
Yes, yeah, they thought that they were traveling out from Egypt, which is also just fundamentally untrue. At every stage in the process,
are like, leave us out of it.
Yeah. At every stage of the process of the term gypsy being coined, it was a lack of, like, they just didn't care what they called themselves. They didn't care about their actual, like, the non-homogeneity of, like, the different groups of peoples and everything like that. So it's just bad.
And you know what? Egyptians were already going through enough, okay? They were trying to protect their corpses from being eaten by Victorians left and right.
God.
I told my children about Mummy Brown, and I was like, that's why we don't have that many mummies right now, is because, one, they were being dug up left and right and being made into paint, or they were being eaten. So, and, like, one of the fifth graders goes, go back. What? It's like, oh yeah, Victorians would eat them.
Yeah.
For fun. Because for fun, good times, little treat.
Tasty, tasty.
No.
It's like the everything bagel seasoning you get, but it's
mummy.
Dead human person.
It's everything mummies.
Dead human person seasoning. So, this story that I'm going to tell today comes from the collection Gypsy Folktales by Diane Tong. Diane Tong is also a photographer, and she has some really beautiful photographs of, like, traveling within Roma groups and everything over the years, I think in the 80s. The story originally comes from the Journal of Gypsy Lore Society, published in 1946 by Jan Yours, or Jan Yours, not entirely sure, but also a really great folklorist traveling within Roma spaces and everything like that back in the 30s and 40s, which is also a whole other thing with, like, World War II and the, like, criminalization and violence against Roma peoples during the Holocaust, which I think is overlooked a lot.
Yes. Because it was a relatively small group, but they were not excluded.
Yeah, I read the number earlier today, and I it's in the articles that I have linked, and so I might be wrong, but I think the numbers were something like 600,000 Roma peoples were executed during the Holocaust.
Jesus.
So it's a significant portion of the...
Were there even 600,000 Roma people? Like, it seems like a small group.
They're larger than, it's one of those things where it's hard to give...
It'd be like over half of the population.
Yeah, it's hard to give, like, a population count because, they're nomadic. Yeah, exactly. So they move around and everything, just generally, culturally. Ugh. Anyways, so, I'm gonna get into the story. This is one of the most buck wild fucking stories I've ever read in my entire life. You're going to have questions, and I'm not going to have answers.
Well, I'm still going to ask them, because historically speaking, that's what I do.
Yeah, historically speaking, I'm going to try my best to answer them having no answers. So, the opening line of this is just so great. So I'm just going to read the opening paragraph. In the golden holiness of a night that will never be seen again, and will never return, there lived in a certain country, far, far away at the other side of the great waters, a little mosquito. No, don't because this mosquito's a fucking asshole.
Okay, let's just add this to a weird theme you have about telling stories about shitty bugs.
Yes, exactly.
This goes with the beetle.
The golden beetle.
Yeah.
And
the
also...
beetle with the golden shoes.
Yes. Yeah. The beetle with the golden shoes.
And the shitty mosquito.
And that was a Hans Christian Andersen. And then this shitty, nasty mosquito. And also, I'm going to say that this has a lot in common with the story that I told week before last of Mannequin Longbeard.
Yeah. By the way... Episode 17. That was the Rumpelstiltskin episode.
Ooh.
Yeah. If you want to listen to it, go ahead.
You have a really great memory for episode numbers.
Well, Rumpelstiltskin was my favorite story I've ever told, and also one of my favorite interactions you and I have ever had in general. So if you hear that noise outside, by the way, it's raining.
It's raining.
And it's beautiful. Since I don't have to leave the house.
It's subjective, but...
Go ahead.
So, once upon a time in this far-off land, there was a mosquito, right? And this mosquito, just a regular mosquito, but he has a very high opinion of himself, where he's like, I'm the strongest, coolest, smartest, hottest, best, funniest dude that there ever was.
I'm the hardest, fastest, strongest, hardest? Bestest. I almost said bestest, and then I was like, that's wrong, that's right. Hardest, bestest, fastest, strongest mosquito.
And he would say about himself that whenever he went by... like human people, all of the wives like swooned and left their husbands because they fell in love with him immediately.
Okay.
According to his account.
We don't know how many bitches he pulled, right? Let's not discredit him.
I have a pretty good idea, and I'm sure it rhymes with Nero.
Hero.
Yep, he pulls hero bitches. Yeah. He is kind of just an asshole. He like walks around. He has a very high opinion of himself. He's very self-important. And he would never acknowledge this or be aware of it, but nobody really likes this Mosquito because he's kind of a blowhard and like a braggart and just a bit of a shithead, you know?
Yeah.
Just generally. So one day, the Mosquito is flying around and he hears these men talking, and they are talking about how this is also a really cool line, in an ancient ruined castle in the heart of dark woods, there is this candle in this like ruined castle, and the candle never goes out. And all these men keep traveling far to this castle to try and fight the candle.
What?
Yeah.
What?
See, that's the first question I can't answer.
Like Lumiere?
No, she's just a candle. And everyone is like, wow, she's been burning for so long. She's so strong. And then every dude was like, strong? I'll show you strong. I'm going to go fight that candle.
Is this candle Medusa?
Hard to say. None of them have successfully fought this candle. And they all just come back with like burned, scorched hands and having been defeated by a candle. And they're always like, she's such a bitch.
I love men.
I know, right? And so the Mosquito hears about this and he's like, well, I'm stronger and hotter and smarter and funnier and cuter than every one of the men who went to do that.
Better, bester, faster, stronger.
And I resent that everyone's saying that this candle is stronger than anyone else because I'm stronger than anyone else. So I have to go prove to this candle that I'm actually stronger than a candle.
Okay.
So the Mosquito gets ready to go. He goes back home and he takes his mom's big golden handkerchief and he makes himself a sandwich. And they describe the sandwich in great detail. If you're hungry, skip over this because it sounds like a great sandwich. He takes 2 thick slices of bread and he butters them.
Okay.
And then he takes 2 slices of roasted meat and 3 slices of onion and then 3 big old pimentos, which are like red peppers.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of salt. And he makes himself a big, beautiful sandwich. And he wraps it up in his mom's golden handkerchief, throws it over his shoulder as his provisions for the long journey ahead. And then he sets off.
Okay.
So the Mosquito travels for 3 months, walking in the direction of this ruined castle in the dark forest. And finally he arrives at the castle ruins and he bangs through all the doors until he finally finds a room in which is a single lone candle. Just,
burning away.
Just burning away.
Just minding her own goddamn business in her own goddamn house.
Yes. And I will say that your characterization of she's minding her business, leave her alone. This Mosquito, just broke into her house and is trying to start a fight. Your instinct is absolutely correct. Because that's what this story is about.
That's what is happening. She's just, leave her alone.
Leave her alone.
Men are always trying to put out your flames, ladies. Sign up for my course on how to burn people.
Arson for girls.
Only $19.99. For everyone except for all women and female identifying people, that's free for you.
Free for you.
How you do it is you burn them.
Burn it. So the Mosquito arrives in this room with the candle and is like, hey, candle. Hello? And the candle doesn't react because she's minding her business in her own goddamn home.
Yeah. And also she's a candle.
Yeah. And he's like, hey. And he like whistles and he's like, hey, candle. And she's like, and just doesn't react. Because again, she's a candle.
Yeah.
And she's in her own home.
Yeah.
Minding her own goddamn business.
Oh, shine bright, girl. This candle is Lizzo.
So he starts like yelling to the candle and being like, hey, candle. Hey, hi, hello? Excuse me. The candle is just ignoring him. And it says, now the Mosquito, possessed by the devil, grew furiously angry. His blood was boiling, his heart was beating fiercely, and his eyes were shooting sparks. So he's like pissed off that this candle is not acknowledging him.
Yeah.
And so he starts to mock her, where he's like, all right, well, I didn't want your attention anyway, because you're just a stupid fucking candle.
And now that I look at you, you're kind of fat. Bam! Got her!
Yeah!
Na 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 na. He's flying around with his sandwich in the air.
So he's like insulting her, and she's not responding. And then he's like, and you know what? I bet your mom was fat too. And she just like doesn't.
She's like, still just a candle, bud.
And she just doesn't react. And he keeps getting angrier and angrier. He shouts at her in Lavari, which is a sub-linguistic group of Lux Romani. Specifically, like, it's kind of like a cross between Hungarian and Eastern Slavic a little bit.
I don't mean to correct you, but that's actually the language that people speak when communicating with LeVar Burton.
Oh, you're right.
I'm so sorry. You must be thinking of something else. Maybe Lamari?
Lavari, which is a linguistic subset of Vlax Romani, which is a like Southeastern European Romani-centric language. And he shouts at her in Lavari, and he says, like, come fight me. Let's go outside. You want to take this outside, bitch? Bitch?
No.
And she doesn't respond. And he's like, okay, well, I hope your parents are dead. Literally, it says that he insults all of her deceased ancestors. It's like...
What they do?
And, he's shouting and he's spitting, and the candle, like, flickers a little bit, but obviously isn't reacting, you know? And so he is, like, steaming mad, and he is furious that this candle is still ignoring him. He has thrown all caution to the wind.
This is being triggering.
Yeah, he is being just the biggest dickhead in the universe. And he realizes that she's not going to react to him. So violence warning, he takes a step back and he punches her under the chin. And obviously she's a candle, so...
No chin.
Doesn't have a chin.
Does she get stuck in wax?
No, he punches her under the chin and he burns his little mosquito hand. And he burns it off. So he just has a charred stump at the end of his little mosquito arm. And again, this story is so funny in the way that it's told. I'm just going to read this little monologue to you. He says, Oh, I've burned myself. Oh, Candle, you have devoured my hand. How is it that you did not understand? I was only joking with you.
Oh my God.
Why are you so cruel to me? I was not trying to take advantage of you. I had not a suspicion in my mind of any ill intention toward you. Who would believe that a candle could be so strong in every truth?
The gaslighting.
Let me have news of my father's death if she did not appear to me to be timid. So
this feels so modern. What year was this written? This feels
1940s.
This feels like a reductress article.
Yeah. He punches her in the fire, and then he's like, oh, you kick me yet.
It was just a joke. God, candles can't take a joke.
It's exactly that.
That's so... I love this story.
I know, right?
This story should be this should be what backs an entire movement, like a feminist march.
Yes.
For the next, Take Back the Night march, it should be a bunch of candles, and then the posters should all be, like, anti-mosquitoes.
Yeah, as I think an all-inclusive, like, umbrella term for people who, like, speak down to women and, like, gender minorities and everything like that, I think we should just call them all crickets.
Mosquitoes!
Mosquitoes! Why did I say crickets?
I don't know!
I don't know what's wrong with me. We should just call them mosquitoes.
No, we should call them crickets.
And I think, I was going to talk about this at the end, but I think it is indicative also that he is a mosquito. Like, factually, just an annoying, whiny bloodsucker. Yeah. He's, like, just high-pitched whine. Yeah. Super annoying.
Very small and insignificant.
Yeah. I think that's very clearly indicative.
God, so good. Go ahead. I love this story.
Yeah. So he's holding his little burned stump of a mosquito hand, and he's like, bitch.
I was being nice to you. You overreacted.
God, like, take a compliment. And so he holds the burned stump of his mosquito hand, and he runs out of the castle, blubbering his eyes out. He leaves behind his big, beautiful sandwich, and also his hat and his shoes that fall off because he's running away so quickly. Apparently, he was also wearing a hat and shoes.
Yeah. Naturally.
And he runs back home to his mom and dad's house, crying the whole way.
He lives with his parents.
Of course he lives with his parents. There's nothing wrong with living with your parents.
Unless you're this guy.
Unless you're this guy.
Who thinks you're so important. You have the attitude of somebody who doesn't live with his parents.
Yes. So he runs all the way back to his parents' house, and he, like, knocks on the door, and his mom opens the door, and she sees his, like, burned arm, and she's like, oh, my baby boy, what happened? Who did this to you?
Herein lies the problem.
And he says, Mom, there was a mean lady and she burned me for no reason. And his mom is like, oh, my baby boy, we're going to take care of this. And so she goes to her mattress and she pulls out her savings, which is a couple of pennies that she keeps under her little mosquito mattress. And she's like, we're going to get you taken care of, baby boy. And she takes the mosquito to the hospital. Mm-hmm. And she's like, please, my son is injured. Won't somebody help him? And the doctor is like, hello, I am a doctor. I'm here to help. How can I help? She says, look, his poor little mosquito hand has been burned off. You need to, doctor, you got to find a way to give him a new little mosquito hand.
What?
And he says, Yes, mosquito handoplasty. We do those all the time.
Is that a thing? What were mosquito prosthetics like back in the 1940s? I didn't realize we had the technology yet.
He's like, well, we can of course do that, but unfortunately we're all out of mosquito hands.
Oh no.
At the moment. So I don't have anything that I can graft onto his arm. And the mosquito mom is like, isn't there anything you can do? And he says, well, if you can find me something that we can use, then I'll be able to do the graft and he'll be all right.
And she brings out a tiny chainsaw.
God, I fucking wish. And so
candle.
It's just a candle snuffer. So she goes to the marketplace and like tries to find something that can be used as a mosquito hand. And
yeah,
shockingly can't find anything.
No.
In my head, I'm like, an eyelash. I don't know, like,
no.
Or like an apple stem. There are lots of things that you could use.
A rice.
Mm-hmm. I was also really afraid that the mom was going to be like, here, take mine.
I thought for sure she was going to say that.
But she goes to the marketplace and she can't find anything that she can use as a new hand for her terrible son. And she goes back to the larger mosquito family and is like, brothers, sisters, cousins, does anyone have any ideas of what we can use to replace my baby boy mosquito's hand? Because he was cruelly injured for no reason.
No fault of his own.
After
We all know how
minding
nice
his
he
own
is.
business. Does anyone have any ideas of what we can use as a replacement hand for him? And all of the mosquito cousins are like, I don't know. I mean, could we use a mosquito hand? And she's like, I asked, but the doctor said they don't have any mosquito hands. They're like, oh man. And so everyone's kind of thinking about it. One of them says kind of timidly, what about a chicken paw?
What?
A chicken paw.
That's not a thing.
No, well, chickens, their claws are called paws.
That's stupid.
Yeah, chicken feet. He's like, what about if we used a chicken's foot?
No, it's stupid because chickens are notoriously much larger than mosquitoes.
Yes, okay. Like, what if we used a chicken foot? And Mama Mosquito is like, I'll ask the doctor, and goes to the doctor and is like, what if we used a chicken foot? And the doctor is like, it's crazy. Just crazy enough to work. So they go out and they get a chicken's foot, and the doctor, after 19 hours in the OR, emerges and is like, our very first ever chicken paw mosquito handoplasty.
What? How big was this chicken?
And the mosquito comes out, just a little mosquito, and one of his legs has now been replaced with a chicken foot that is bigger than he is. And he's got a little, like, bandage wrap around it. And his mom's like, oh, my baby boy, I'm so glad. And he's like, thanks, Mama. I appreciate it. He goes home to rest and heal up from his truly insane fucking surgery.
How is he carrying that paw around?
Great question. So he goes home to heal up. Finally, he's feeling well enough. And you bet your ass he's learned his lesson. He's not going to go fight a candle again.
No.
Oh, wait. As soon as he feels better, he begins the trek again back to the castle to go fight that candle.
Hopping on his giant fucking foot.
Yep. Just a foot hopping with a mosquito attached to the top of it. So he goes back to the castle to try and fight the candle, and he's like, time to use the old southpaw. And he punches her again with one of his mosquito legs, and it gets burned off.
With one of his...
Yes. And it gets burned off. God. And he goes back home and he cries, and his mother, whose savings have already been depleted, has to take him to the hospital again to get another one of his legs replaced with a chicken paw. And he does this 8 more times. Until at last, he keeps having to have body parts replaced with chicken parts. Until at last he has 6 chicken legs, 4 chicken wings, because mosquitoes have 4 wings. So he has 4 chicken wings, and the head and rump of a chicken.
He's a chicken.
To save him.
He's just a chicken?
I think so.
Left of the body?
It's a real ship of Theseus kind of question. They don't specifically say, like, the neck or torso, just the rump and the head. But I don't think that we should take that into account.
So we've got, like, the most terrifying 6-legged, 4-winged chicken in the world.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Yes. And finally, at last, he's like, well, I don't want to burn off any of my new beautiful chicken prosthetics. So I guess it's time to give up, and maybe this candle is stronger than me. And so he goes and he walks the earth in a journey of self-discovery because he realizes that, wow, maybe the candle is stronger than me. And as he's going around, this 6-legged, 4-winged chicken, people look at him and they're like, what is he?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
They all assume that he must be a miracle from God. And so they see him coming.
Or God's mistake.
God's mistake.
This is what America deserves.
America's sweetheart and God's mistake. And they see him walking around and they're like, a miracle from God. What are you? And he says, I am only a man. And they're like,
no,
oh my God.
That's not accurate.
And then they all fall down on their knees and like bow to him. And they're like, a miracle. Amazing.
Okay, this is kind of what biblical angels are described as looking like. This isn't too
a
far
seraphim.
off.
Yeah. And so people like fall down wherever he goes and bow. And they're like, amazing. Beauty, a work of art. And he's like, maybe I am a work of art. So rather than being deterred by getting his ass whooped by a candle who will not give him the time of day 10 times, this somehow inflates his ego even further. And so he walks around very high and mighty. And finally he's walking along a river, and he sees in a little stream offshooting from the river the mayor.
Okay.
And the mayor is naked in the stream, and he's bathing. And the mosquito chicken...
I had a nickel for how many times I saw our mayor naked in a stream.
The mosquito chicken is passing by and he's like, morning. And the mayor's like, hi, hey, hi, can you stop for a second? Sorry, I really need help. Can you stop for just a second? And the mosquito chicken is like, yeah, man, what's up? And the mayor explains, he says, I came in here to take a bath. I set all of my clothes on the shore, and then a robber came along and took all my clothes. And here's the thing. I can't go home because my home is all the way across town and I'm naked and I'm the mayor.
Yeah.
Everyone will see the mayor naked.
That is fair.
And I will die of shame.
Yeah.
And the mosquito's like, oh, that's rough luck, buddy. The mayor says, please, I would just ask you, clearly you are a sign from the Lord.
Yeah.
I would just ask you, please, can you help me? And the mosquito chicken thinks about this for a second and is like, I think I can help you, but you have to do exactly as I say. And the mayor is like, anything. And, I will give you gold. I'll give you whatever you want if you can find a way for me to get home without having to walk through the streets of my town naked as the mayor. And the mosquito chicken is like, great, I have a plan. So they discuss it. The mayor agrees. And then the mayor gets out of the stream, and the mayor and the mosquito chicken swap heads.
No.
And then they swap.
Is the mosquito doctor doing the surgery?
No, there's no doctors present. Don't worry.
Oh, they just swap heads?
They just swap heads.
Okay.
And then they swap bellies, and then they swap butts, and then they swap limbs, until the mosquito chicken is now just a naked mayor, and the naked mayor is a mosquito chicken. And I'm really pissed off that I didn't find this story last week for episode 69.
Yeah.
Because I kept looking for stories with head swapping because I was like, 69.
This is your head
giving
swapping
each other
story.
head.
Man, what could have been?
Disappointing. But they fully, again, ship of Theseus, swap bodies. And the mosquito, who now looks like a naked mayor, is like, all right, well, great work, and I'll see you soon. And the mayor is like, thank you so much. So the mosquito chicken naked mayor goes into the town, and he's a mosquito. He has no concept of nudity or shame.
Yeah, so he's feeling pretty confident.
Yeah, he feels totally fine. He walks through the town as a naked mayor until he gets to his house, and the whole time
shakes a couple hands.
Kissing hands and shaking babies. He walks all the way through town. All of these urchins, as he's walking, are like, I think the mayor's drunk, and just like start throwing things at him. You know how urchins are.
Yeah, urchins.
Classic urchins. And the mosquito's like, howdy, morning, how's it going? How's your wife? Just like through town as a naked mayor, gets to the mayor's house, puts on all of the mayor's finest clothes, and that is how the mosquito becomes a wise mayor.
What?
So now this mosquito has fully taken over the life of the mayor of this town. And what luck! Only 2 weeks from when they body swapped, the mayor was set to marry the daughter of a very wealthy farmer in the area.
Okay.
And she's beautiful, and she's intelligent and wealthy. And the mosquito, meets her in the pre-wedding kind of arrangements and everything like that, and falls in love with her. They have a big, beautiful wedding, goes off without a hitch, and they have a huge feast afterwards. And the mosquito chicken naked mayor, who is no longer naked and is now a husband, is just sitting at the head of the table with his beautiful new bride.
Keeps trying to bite her and suck her blood. This is the origin
and they
story
are
of
just
vampires.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Sorry, buddy.
Okay, but it is.
And they are just sitting at the head of the table and making love eyes at each other and like holding each other's hands. And then in the middle of the feast, a 6-legged, 4-winged chicken appears and says, "Hey, Mayor, can I talk to you for a second?" And the mayor's like, "No, sorry, I'm busy. This is my wedding." And the mayor mosquito chicken with 6 legs and 4 wings is like, "Well, it's important because I think it's probably time that we, switch back." And the mayor, who is secretly a mosquito chicken, this gets very confusing.
Sure.
Is like, "I don't know what you're talking about. What are you? What's happening?" Because he's decided he does not want to switch back with the mayor.
This is the danger of switching with an MC.
Yes.
A mosquito chicken.
Mosquito chicken.
Yeah.
Original
Mayor.
MC. So he's like, "No, and I don't know who you are." And the mosquito chicken mayor is like, "No, I'm the mayor. We switched bodies, remember? Because I was naked." And the mayor mosquito chicken is like, "I don't know what you're talking about. Obviously, this strange chicken is insane." And so everyone is like, "Yeah, that's ridiculous. That would never happen." And so the former mayor mosquito chicken is just going around to the party, and everyone's getting drunk at this party and everything. And he's going around to everyone. He's like, "Hey, you remember me? I'm the mayor." And they're like, "That's the mayor." And he's like, "No, I'm the mayor." And they're like, "You're a chicken. You're a really fucked up chicken. You're not the mayor." And he's like, "Listen, I'm the mayor. I did so many mayoral duties." And he's just getting drunk, and he keeps harassing people, being like, "I'm the mayor." Until finally,
we've all been there.
Until finally the guests get tired of him and they're like, "Can we get this guy out of here?" And the mosquito chicken mayor's new wife is like, "I know just what to do." And this is jarring, warning, reaches over, grabs the 6-legged, 4-winged chicken by the throat, snaps its neck, and then they roast it and have it as part of their wedding feast.
She's the daughter of a farmer, so
they roast him, they eat the former mayor for dinner.
Oh, God.
And the mosquito chicken, who is now the mayor, lives happily ever after.
What?
And this is, yes, that's kind of the end of the story.
What?
And then the narrator says, it's one of those stories where it's like, and it's true because I just came from there.
Yeah.
And they say, "I was there, I was underneath of the table, I was trying to get scraps of the 6-legged chicken to bring back to my mama.
Oh, God.
But they shooed me out from under the table, and so here I am with nothing to show for my adventure, except a good story that I get to tell you, and I hope you had a good time."
Fuck.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a wild fucking ride. Okay.
Yes.
I really liked the beginning. Why does he get a happy ending? Is
Great
he our
question.
hero? Do they think that?
I think so.
Do they think that we love him?
No. I think that this is kind of... The thing that's cool about this, to me, is that this is a story that is obviously a combination of a bunch of different folktale tropes.
Yeah.
Like the idea of, like, the, someone who has to prove themselves against something, like, the locked away in a castle, and even we had a story, The Devil Takes a Wife, a couple weeks ago, that was like a body swap story.
Yeah.
Right? So there are a lot of these tropes that recur throughout folklore, and I think, so it's like, he goes to a castle.
Yeah.
He thinks of himself as the hero because he's going to go beat up this
woman.
candle who is minding her own business. So it's obvious that he's not the good guy. He's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Right? And then he, in his own mind, refuses to back down from the fight, but in fact is just harassing a woman who's trying to mind her business. And then afterwards, he goes on a journey of self-discovery, which everyone else realizes is just like him going to find people who are going to appreciate him more and like show off a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he like goes to this place and he helps out the mayor. And one of the things that it says in the story is that he's like, "Listen, the mayor was so easily fooled that it must have been God's will that we swapped bodies." And so he's like, "I'm actually the hero. I got rid of the mayor, who I assume was bad because he's not as good as me. And I got to marry the beautiful princess, and the mayor got his just desserts for being annoying at a party."
Do you think
So I think this is kind of like an indictment of like the shitty male hero in stories a little bit.
Okay. Because I haven't actually read this, but I do know, and I don't know about the 1940s, because I haven't read a lot of, I was just thinking this today, I haven't read a lot of fairy tales, like, that we think of fairy tales, like in the Western world, we don't think of like fairy tales in the 1940s, right?
Yeah.
I think of them from like 1800s. That being said, is it written that way, or is this how you're interpreting it?
It's written this way.
Okay,
So,
that's awesome.
yeah, it's like, this is very sarcastic. There are also interjections all the way throughout of the storyteller. Let me see if I can... They went once again to the hospital, and then in parentheses, let it disappear with the night and let it not trouble my dreams, where it's like, I don't even want to think about it. And then the cleverest surgeons sewed a huge chicken's foot onto the small mosquito, and then in parentheses, good, let us get on. Like,
just moving on.
It's very funny.
Okay.
It's very, like, ironic and sarcastic. And I think that kind of the message of this story is that, like, Mosquito is the hero in the typical, like, Joseph Campbell hero story way. But also is a huge asshole who nobody likes, and he still wins out in the end, which is deeply unfair, but also how the world works.
That is how the world works. Oh, that's good.
It's a very clever and, like, multi-dimensional story that is also somehow about a mosquito that is a chicken. That is the mayor.
That's so fun. Is the whole book, I don't know how many of these stories, is the whole book kind of written in that same voice, like of sarcasm and...
I didn't read many of the other stories in here. This is the only one that has these really frequent, like, parenthetical interjections. This story is from, what did I say it was from? It's from Belgium, collected in 1946, and the person who collected it recorded it as, like, authentically as they could. So this is kind of how the story was told by the Roma individual who told the story.
That is so fun. That was extremely fun.
Yeah. I love so many of it. It's so funny and clever and ridiculous and like again, like, very insightful and ironic while also being ridiculous.
That was fantastic.
Thanks. I couldn't stop thinking his whole thing, oh, you burn me, why? I couldn't stop thinking about that tweet of the person's cat where it's like, oh, you kick me you punch her like the football. Jail for mother.
Jail for mother. Yes. It's fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And also just the candle being, like, minding her own business in her house, and all these men keep being like, time to fight. And she's like, I literally...
Medusa.
Yeah. Just Medusa. Minding her business.
Fantastic.
Yep.
All right.
Anyways, that's the mosquito.
The sword of the mosquito.
Mosquito.
That was so fun. Do you want to take a very quick break?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. See you guys soon. Okay, Max.
Janey.
Max, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a story from Andrew Lang's Blue Fairy book today, from the collection you got me.
Yeah.
Four of the books. This is the first one, I believe. I think it is, Blue Fairy book. It has all of, like, the greatest hits in it, right? Including East of the Sun, West of the Moon is in this book, which I wish I had known that when I did my East of the Sun, West of the Moon episode. But I'm going to pull a Norwegian story called Why the Sea is Salt today. In case you were ever wondering. I know that you've been asking that question, so, like, why is the sea salt? So, I got some answers for you. You're welcome.
I feel like the sea is salt, and it is also, in significant portion, fish poop, and also, in significant portion, microplastics. That's how I feel about it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just some feelings that I have about the sea.
That's really good. That's really good. I don't have any answers for you about the other two, but I can tell you why it's salt.
Cool. Why does it have fish poop in it?
Well, in the sea, there are fish. And they eat all these microplastics and then they poop. Okay.
Oh, so, I understand everything except the salt now.
Yeah. And now, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a rich brother and a poor brother. The rich brother was the worst.
Sure.
He looked down on his poor brother as if his station in life had anything to do with him. Because as we've learned in past stories, the older brother probably inherited their father's entire fortune, right? And left the poor brother to just...
Fend for himself.
Yeah, like, didn't give anything. Like, there's no way that one brother is rich and the other one is just destitute. There's no self-made billionaires at this time. Anyway.
Or ever. There's no such thing as a self-made billionaire.
Thank you
The only
so
way
much.
to be a billionaire is by exploiting the work of others.
Yeah.
Just gonna put that out as a hot take.
Tea.
Just girly things.
Just girly things. So it was Christmas Eve, and the poor brother was forced to go to his brother and beg for anything to eat on Christmas Day. And the rich brother was annoyed, as he always was, that his poor brother was yet again at his door begging for, like, table scraps. Like, it's Christmas. we have nothing. Can we please just, I know you're having this big feast, like, give us the fucking scraps. I don't care. And so he's like, didn't he have any respect for himself? Like, why didn't he just make the decision to be a billionaire like his self-made brother? Beggars.
Just, I know that you can afford bootstraps. That's all I'm saying.
Pull yourself up by them. So the older brother told him that he would give him an entire ham. He's like, listen, it's Christmas. You can have the whole ham. And the poor brother is like, really? And he's like, yeah, but you have to agree to do whatever I ask of you. And the poor brother is like, fucking fine. What do you want? Yes, the answer is yes. Like, sight unseen. Just give me the ham, dude. And
give me that ham.
Give me that ham. And so he says, I just want food for myself and my wife on Christmas. Like, that's it. And so the rich brother tells him, okay, here's the ham. And he, like, throws a whole ham at him.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then he says, but you're going to have to go to Dead Man's Hall. Dead Man's Hall is hell.
Oh.
He has to walk to hell and just visit
like
it.
Dead Man's Hell.
Dead Man's Hell. So his brother just sent him to hell. So
Sick.
The poor man agrees. He takes the ham and he starts walking. Eventually he comes to this place where there's this big, like, beautiful...
Wait. He doesn't even get to eat the ham first?
No, he wants to take it back to his wife, but he has to go to hell first.
Why does he have to go to hell first? Why can't he have a Christmas dinner and then go to hell?
I don't know. I wasn't there when the bargain was struck. If I was,
I'm just saying good lawyer.
I would have inserted myself and been like, I'm sorry, I'm his lawyer. We're not going to hell until after the holidays. But I wasn't there, was I? So eventually he comes to this place that has, like, bright lights shining in the darkness because he's been walking for a long time. And he sees an old man with a long white beard chopping Yule logs. Mm-hmm. And the man asks him, like, why are you walking so late on Christmas Eve? Like, what are you doing here? And the poor man tells him, like, I'm looking for Dead Man's Hall. Can you tell me if I'm close? And the old man's like, you're close. You're here. Well, welcome. This is the quote. Oh, yes, you are right enough, for it is here. When you get inside, they will all want to buy your ham. Welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell. We buy used hams.
So they don't get much meat to eat there. But you must not sell it unless you can get the hand mill, which stands behind the door for it. And then the man tells him, when you get the mill, come back out, and I'm going to show you how to stop the mill, and I'll tell you all about it. So the man with the ham, that's what they call him. The man with the ham.
The man with the ham and a plan.
They thank him for his good advice and goes into the building with the bright lights. Immediately upon entering, he sees that the old man had been quite right. Everyone immediately descended upon him, quote, like ants on an anthill.
Or like ants on a ham.
Ants on a ham. They all tried to outbid each other for the ham, but the poor man told them he would only sell it to them if they'd part with the hand mill behind the door. And of course, there's this big objection to this. They're like, no. So they haggle and they bargain, but eventually the smell of the ham was like too much to resist, and they're like, fine, fucking take the mill. And then they like grab the ham and start to rip it apart. They're so excited. He goes back out to the old man cutting wood, and he learns how to stop the hand mill. He just had to say, quote, good little mill. I thank you enough.
Aw.
I got
Good
that.
job, buddy.
By the way, I got that from another variant I found online that wasn't in the Blue Fairy book. I mixed up some of the variants to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
So he thanks him and he hurries home. He was out so long that he didn't get home until after midnight. And now, officially, it's Christmas Day, right? And his wife is sitting up and she's like, where have you been? Like, I was so worried. You were supposed to go to your brother's and come back. And then I thought that I was just here forever alone. Like, what the hell? And then she also tells him, like, I've been waiting hour after hour, unable to, quote, find 2 sticks to lay across each other under the Christmas porridge pot. Like, I had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you? And he's like, take a look at this. And he slams a hand mill on the table. And she's like, what the fuck is that? That's not a ham.
Can't eat a hand mill.
And so he's like,
or can you?
You could try. I don't know, Max. I'm not your lawyer.
You're not?
No. Do you want me to be?
Oh, shit.
You can sign a retainer, I guess.
Oh.
It's going to cost you 1 ham. So,
oh, no.
First, he's like, look at what I can do. And so he first grinds out light, then a tablecloth, and then meat, beer, and everything else they need for a Christmas feast. And she's like, where did you get this amazing tool from? Like, what the hell? And he's like, I'll never tell.
Question.
Yes.
Why wouldn't the demons just grind out a ham?
They're dumb.
Okay. I just had to
didn't think about that, but yeah, they're stupid.
They could just grind out a ham.
They're demons. Anyway, so the only thing that mattered was that they're going to be okay now. For 2 days, he had the mill grind out all sorts of amazing treats, and on the 3rd day, he invited all of his poor neighbors over for a feast. So eventually, the rich brother sees all of this and hears about it, and he's pissed. His brother had come to him and begged for food. He had inconvenienced and embarrassed him. And now, suddenly, he's throwing this huge feast, like, with his ham? I don't think so. It's absurd. And so he's like, I have to know what's happening. So he goes to his brother's house, and he demands to know where all of the food and drink had come from, but the poor brother just said, quote, from behind the door. He's like, I'm not fucking telling you anything, right?
Literally, he was like, here's a ham, go to hell.
And then he had to do that in order to have the ham.
Yeah.
So, however, that night he gets super drunk off of all his mill-made beer. And he's like, okay, I'll tell you. Here's what happened. He shows his brother the hand mill and what it can do. And his brother is immediately like, you have to sell this to me. I want it. Give it to me. And so...
No, you can just use the mill to crank out money.
So he hates his brother. He hates his brother having anything he doesn't have. He has to best him. So at first he refuses, but eventually the poor brother agrees to sell it to him for $300. And on the condition...
Just grind out $300!
And on the condition that he could keep it until the haymaking was over. This feels like an abusive relationship that, like... I don't think a logic will come into it if the brother comes in and starts demanding stuff. It feels a little bit like the little brother is just going to give it to him, you know? I feel like the boundaries he set up was, A, you have to pay me, and B, I have to keep it till the haymaking season is over. Then you can have it.
Counterpoint, why don't you use that grinder to grind out a friggin' knuckle sandwich for your jackass brother? Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. So the poor brother used that time that he had it in his house to make so much food that they could store it and have provisions for years. And so when it's finally time for the older brother to get the mill, the poor brother made sure not to tell him how to stop it. So... the rich brother brought it home and told all his servants, mowers, and old women that worked in the fields, because I guess that's a thing. He just has a bunch of old women that work his fields.
God, this guy sucks.
Yeah. And so he's like, hey, you can leave. I'm going to tend the house by myself for the day. And all the servants are like, what the fuck? What? And he's like, yeah, don't worry. I'll make the dinner. You go out. You're going to be so impressed. And so they're like, okay. Around dinner time, he tells the mill to, quote, grind herring and milk pottage and do it quickly and well. And he was delighted when it immediately started to spit out herring and pottage. I don't know what pottage is. I meant to look it up.
I think it's like porridge? Maybe?
Classic milk pottage. But soon
like
he had...
oatmeal.
Yeah, maybe. Ew. Some fish and oatmeal. Classic dinner.
Ew.
That's what you...
I hope I'm wrong.
You know, this is only the... This might be the grossest oatmeal story, then.
Is it pottage with 2 T's or 1?
2.
Anyway.
I
know there's also potage, which is something else, but I don't know.
Pottage. Maybe it's like porridge. Yeah. So he tries to stop it now that he has more than enough, but he doesn't know how. It just keeps spitting it out. And eventually the food fills up the room and the man has to run to the next room. And he's trying to like shove the door closed, but like more and more food is being like spit out. So he has to run to the next room and finally he has to leave his house. And he's just being followed by this wave of like fish and oatmeal.
This is literally Stregonona and Big Anthony.
Yeah.
Where she has the pasta pot.
Yes.
It's literally the same story. I'm so happy.
That's exciting. I didn't even think about that. So he passes the old women in the field who were just about to come home for dinner, and he screams, quote, take care that you are not drowned in the pottage! And then he runs all the way to his brother's house, and he demands that he takes the hand mill back. And so the poor brother is like, oh, okay, I guess, if that's what you want. The poor brother decides then to do some illegal counterfeiting with the hand mill, and he soon has so much money. You went to illegal counterfeiting immediately, Max. You would be terrible for the economy.
I'm just, like, if he needs $300, he'll make the $300. There's no reason for him to...
I don't think you are America's sweetheart. I think you might be what America deserves.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm the sweetheart America deserves.
You're the sweetheart America deserves. So eventually he has so much money, he plates the mill in gold and he makes it super fancy and pretty. And he has everything he wants, and he and his wife are very happy. Legends of the hand mill reach far and wide, and soon a skipper comes to his mansion and asks, can the mill make salt? Yes, of course it could, you stupid idiot. It can make anything. It made light earlier in the story. So the skipper immediately offers to buy it for whatever price he wanted. He's like, name your price, I want that mill. What he wanted was to have the mill make salt for him. And then he would sail far away to lands that would buy salt, and he would make a fortune. He's like, I want to have a small business. Or a large business? I don't know. He's an entrepreneur. Make
why
money.
Why would you be a subcontractor?
Subcracker.
A subcontractor and have like... okay, have the mill make salt, I'll go sell it, split the profits. You don't need to buy the mill, you can just work with...
He doesn't want to split the profits. He wants to have his own business.
But if he's only using it for salt, then, like,
That's what he wants. He's got a work ethic.
But
okay?
also, if he wants to sell it for money, just have the mill make more money.
Well, okay, so after a lot of pleading, the man decides to sell his mill for like many thousands of dollars. But at this point, he has more money than he can need. He does not, I don't think, have a billionaire's sensibility of like, I need to keep making more and more and more and more, and I need to have so much that like...
Which is good that he doesn't have that. But
yeah, that's good. He could very well have that, but this is the difference between him and his brother. He's like, I have everything I need. Now I guess it's your turn. Take it. Spread the wealth. But he sells it for thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
The skipper flees as fast as he can without listening to any instructions at all, right? He's like, no, I gotta go! He wants to get away before the man can demand he return the mill. He's like, you made a huge mistake selling this to me. Yay! He gets on a ship, and he was a little way out to sea when he finally stops and tells the mill to, quote, grind salt and grind both quickly and well. The mill was soon grinding out so much salt, it was pouring forth like a fucking fire hydrant, right? And there's like a bunch of children in the 1970s like dancing in it. Yay!
And their skin is so dry.
Yeah. And then there's me in the corner with like a bowl of lemon juice just like catching salt from my meal.
Yep.
So his boat was soon filled with so much salt, right? And he's like dancing. He's so excited. So he tries to turn it off, but nothing's working. He's like, oh fuck, I don't know how to turn this off. The heaps of salt grow higher and higher until the boat finally gets so heavy it just sinks straight to the bottom of the ocean. And this is the last line. Quote, there lies the mill at the bottom of the sea, and still, day by day, it grinds on. And that is why the sea is salt. The end. Yeah, because there's a magic mill at the bottom of the sea. Making more and more salt. So here's a note. And this is in the book. They have the sources. Again, I feel bad about complaining about Andrew Lang. He names every source, and all of his introductions, including this one, name his translators and which countries he got them from and where they, like...
All right.
I take it back.
Andrew Lang redemption arc.
Is this? Yeah, we're still in the Andrew Lang apology tour. Never mind, I love this guy. So this tale was collected from Peter Christian Asbjornsen.
Oh,
Asbjornsen.
Asbjornsen. That's I just told a story from him.
Yes. We've definitely said his name on here. Any Norwegian story, right, basically, is from Asbjornsen.
Asbjornsen?
Asbjornsen. And Peter Christian Asbjornsen and Jorgen Moe. Easier.
Jorgen Moe.
Jorgen Moe.
I think that the story that we had recently from Asbjornsen is Satan Takes a Wife, which was a couple of episodes ago, episode 65.
That was a Supernatural episode where it's basically just an episode of Supernatural. Yes. Yeah, probably. Yeah, he's very famous. So Asbjornsen and Moe are Norwegian folklorists who wrote many books together and got super famous. They had been friends for 15 years when they published their first volume of folktales together. The collection was so popular that it's thought to be partly responsible for Norway winning partial independence from Denmark in 1814.
That's so cool.
Okay.
I love when the folktales have, like...
real world
effects.
Yeah, well, it reminded me of the Maori story, remember?
Yeah.
When Alfred Grace basically helped to win independence for New Zealand. Like, folktales matter so much. This is... I geek out every time I read the real world context folklore has on history. Like, that's wild.
It's so cool.
Oh,
I love it.
Yeah. So this is Arne Thompson Uther index type 565, the magic mill. There's a Japanese variant called the hand mill that ground out salt, which is thought to have been imported from Norway to Japan. There's also similar legends in Slavic countries as well as Germanic, Celtic, and Baltic, which all may have originated not in Norway, but from the Russian populations in Lithuania or Latvia. So for our wonderful, sweet Discord member who's about to go to Lithuania.
Madame Malice.
This is yet another one that you could find in Lithuanian folklore. So in the Blue Fairy book, there, like I mentioned before, but I just end on this because this is like, if you want to get any of Andrew Lang's books, I think this is the one you should get. Because amongst the many stories, there's East of the Sun, West of the Moon, Little Red Riding Hood, Sleeping Beauty in the Wood, Goldilocks, Hansel and Gretel, Snow White and Rose Red, Bluebeard, The History of Jack the Giant Killer, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp, and Cinderella, amongst like many other very famous fairy tales. So I think if you're looking for a specific Andrew Lang fairy book to get, this is the one.
The Blue Fairy book?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can also, all of Andrew Lang's fairy books of many colors are available for free online as PDFs.
That's true. And I'm going to link it to Steve Gutenberg's website where he collects them. But
my least favorite bit.
So I will give you the free thing for that. But if you want to have it on your shelf, this is the one. You know, or if you're looking for any of them, that's the one.
It's a good one.
And that's why the sea is salt, Max.
That's why the sea is salt.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's why all mosquitoes are chickens and all chickens are mares.
That's why all chickens are mares. Anyway, come back next time when we solve politics. Cool. So guys, we love you.
Hanging out.
Episode 70. Have you listened since episode 1? We're really sorry about the quality of the first couple episodes. I'm about to have Keith put a disclaimer in the quality of the first couple ones, just saying like, warning,
it gets better than this.
This isn't how it is later.
Yeah. Warning. This is just to set your expectations low, and it will get better.
Is this annoying to you? Us too. Listen to episode 70.
Yeah.
Maybe. You should start at 69.
69?
69! Okay, well, go comment on our Instagram and let us know what you thought about this. Go to the Discord and hang out with us and send us pictures of your pets. Are you a lizard person? Prove it.
Prove it. Also, if anyone would like to draw a picture for me of a chicken with 6 legs and 4 wings that is also somehow a mosquito.
And wearing a mayor
I would love
suit.
to see it. He's the mayor. He's got a top hat on.
And he's the mayor?
And he's the mayor.
Just go ahead and tag us. That's sort of the story.
I would love to see it.
Also, you know what? Please rate and review this podcast. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
On Apple Podcasts, which is the only one I care about. We have way more on Spotify. Spotify users are like fucking killing it, right?
Yeah.
But I only listen to it on Apple Podcasts because I have an iPhone. Because I have
an iPhone.
Better than everyone. By the way, I've already told you this, but I am in a group with my TikTok moderators who are like just some of the best people in the whole entire world, and they're some of my greatest friends. Not greater than you, of course.
It's not a competition.
But if it were... Never mind. Anyway, so I'm in this group chat with them called the Mid Squids, and they keep being like, Max should just join this group chat. We would like to also chat with Max. Like, just tell her that she can join. You know what? She's part of this anyway. They send her cards along with me. Like, they love
really
you
sweet.
so much.
Shout out especially to Molly Ann, who sent me a beautiful Vampiroteuthis squid card this week that I absolutely love.
I'm posting this on our Instagram. I'm gonna post her work, but I'm gonna find her Instagram so that you could see it.
Yeah. It made my entire day.
Go to Molly Ann's Instagram at Mollyann, MOLLYANN, page, PAYGE.art, and see her just truly gorgeous printmaking. Her relief prints genuinely blow my fucking mind because they're all so clean and so specific, and the way she does them is very unassuming, and she doesn't have a fucking shop. She has so many, and I'm like, please sell these, and she's like, I just like doing it for fun. But go on and just demand to give her money. She is so good. But she made us these beautiful squid cards that had fun squid facts, and I'll post a picture of it. They're fantastic. But yeah, so the mods are great, but they were like, have Max join in. Like, why can't she? And I was like, guys, I will never invite Max to this group chat. She has an Android. And all of them were like, oh yeah, no, sorry, Max, you can join. we heart react to way too many messages to have an Android user in there. Yeah,
I can proudly say that the people who want to interact with me in a group have to work for it. So I make things difficult for everyone.
She's the problem. She's God's mistake.
I'm God's mistake and America's sweetheart.
Somehow,
2 sides of the same coin.
Find you a girl that can do both.
Find you a girl that can do both.
The point of this, though, is to go rate and review.
Yes.
Please. And have a great fucking day. I almost feel like we should have a sign-off. We need to come up with a sign-off. We're almost in episode 100. We have something that we
get fucked.
Losers. Okay, you say get fucked, I say loser.
All right.
Done.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Loser.
Get fucked.
Wait, hold on. Here, we're doing it. We'll work it out. Okay.
We'll work it out. Count of 3, get fucked. Count of 6, losers.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, get fucked.
1,
6,
2,
5,
3,
6,
4,
7.
5, 6. Losers. Yeah.
No. We have to practice counting before we can do this.
It's not worth it. Guys, have a great day. Goodbye.
Bye.
My favorite part of the Discord is the pets portion now.
Oh, God.
Started a pets family, a pets channel, and now all we get is like pictures of people's pets.
It's good. It's really good for me.
Yeah, a lot of lizard people in the chat.
Oh, God.
A lot more lizard people than I thought there would be.
I love lizards. I'm so glad that there are lizard people.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that there are lizard people, you know? I really feel like the government wouldn't function without them.
Max, take off your mask real quick. I gotta see something. Do you know Taylor Swift, yes or no?
No.
That's it. Okay, say something else.
It's me, Taylor Swift.
That's not Taylor Swift. Okay, I can't be tricked.